Hello everyone, today I'm with
Brodie.
Brodie. Right, so I would like to get to know you a little bit, right? So just introduce yourself.
I'm Brodie, I'm 19, grew up on the Gold Coast my whole life, always wanted to be a pilot. Finished high school year 12 in 2022, and then I was doing some private flight training, but it was just taking too long.
Explain
It's
private
like
flight
I
training, yeah.
would work full time and then pay for an hour of flying every fortnight. But within 6 months, I only got 13 hours. And obviously, to get into the airlines, they want about 1,000. So I decided to come here.
All right, okay. And why did you decide to be a pilot?
My parents like traveling. They met traveling.
Any other pilots in your family?
No, I'm the first.
All right, okay.
So I know you fly a cool vehicle, like very fast and stuff, but just you got to travel and you get paid for it. Obviously, got to work for it, but it's the only job I wanted to do.
And which stage are you in right now?
So I passed my PPL this morning.
Congratulations!
Thank you. I've only been here 2 months now, or 3 months. So yeah, passed PPL today. We'll train to go solo in the next coming weeks and then move on to CPL.
All right, and where do you see yourself 5 years down the road? Like, is there a specific airline in mind? Is there a specific...
I wouldn't mind flying in Europe. Europe's got a lot of cool places to go. Australia gets a bit bland, like Sydney to Melbourne to Brisbane. But then you go to Europe, you go like Dublin, London, Paris. Just completely different to what we got here.
So you'll have to get your European YASA license converted. So your plan is to convert after your CPL?
Hopefully once I do my CPL and go try and get a job over in the UK or something like that.
My advice, maybe in that case, if you've already decided to get a YASA, maybe complete your single engine CPL, and maybe you could do a YASA conversion and then do the multi-engine instrument trading directly in a European YASA country. The only problem then is you won't have a multi-engine CASA if you ever decide to come back to Australia to apply for a multi-engine operations here in Australia. So that's the decision you're going to make.
I can always get it.
Or you can do both.
Yeah.
All right, okay. And right now, if someone's watching you and they're wondering, maybe aviation is not the right industry for me, what would your advice be for them?
I just say, whenever you think of the big picture, it seems very hard and very long. But if you just go step by step, like I've just done 7 weeks of PPL and I passed today, so that's that step done. But then if you look at the big picture, it seems a lot harder. Whereas if you take it step by step and do what you got to do in the short time frame, it goes pretty good.
And what about the most difficult part of your PPL theory? Which subject or which topic messed you up the most? I'm sure there's something which
navigation. There's a lot to it.
Oh my God! Why does every single one say navigation?
But air law is boring.
Sure, air law is boring, but whenever I ask any student which was your most difficult subject, they always say navigation.
Yeah. Then again, air law, the answers are in front of you. You can go through your VFRG, your AIP.
It's an open book type stuff. All right. So moving on about navigation. Now that you've cleared it, you did, right?
Yeah.
So now that you've cleared it, what do you think was missing, or was there a different approach from day one you should have taken into navigation, or is it just more study time, or?
I think what they say about PPL, you do all the subjects in one. So navigation, there's a lot to it. So while you're trying to remember aerodynamics, systems, human factors, chucking in all that navigation on top of it, I think that just makes it hard. But I don't know, I think you just got to study for it, I guess. Like the past week, I've been doing a lot of studying and it paid off.
Good job on that. And what I would also say is navigation only makes sense once you do a bunch of flights, a couple of cross countries. Once you've done a few long navigational flights, that's when it makes sense.
And that's what I've always said to people, like when you do something, I think it's like 20% theory, 80% actually doing. So once we start properly flying the navigation, as you said, will make a lot more sense. It naturally
comes back to you and it makes sense. But for now, if you're watching and if you're stuck in that situation where you're trying your best to understand the theory, it's all right. Just give it some time, keep studying. It'll all make sense eventually.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for talking to me, and I wish you all the best for your. Hopefully, the next time I come back to Australia, you'll have a few more stripes, and you'll hopefully be more closer to completion of your CPL.
No, that'll be good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take care.